Hello, good morning. My name is Enoch Nidodu, and this is my individual project for B202 Advanced Programming Model. In this video, I will demonstrate my hospital management system, which is a Java-based control. Let me be right, yes, which is a Java console-based application design using the object-oriented programming principles. So before we go over everything or before we go into the project itself, first of all, let's look at the project structure and the class designs. Okay. When we open the source itself, you can see that we have a main package here, which is the hospital. And under the hospital, we have the various classes. You can see the appointment class over there, in which we have it at the top here. That's the appointment class. And you can see the doctor's class, you can see the hospital app class, hospital manager app class, and the patient class itself in the main Java itself. Okay, so all these classes have what they do. First of all, the project itself consists of several classes following the object-oriented design. You can see this is the patient class that we have, and this is also the doctor class that we have. Now, the patient class and the doctor classes store the core entity, which enables us to be able to save the name, ID, and various details of the patient or the doctor itself. Yes, you can see we have the patient ID. This one is for the doctors. We have the doctor's ID, the doctor's name. It is specialization, in which we have the codes over here. And also when you check the patients, we have similar one as well. That's we have the details of the patients over here. Now, secondly, you can see we also have the appointments. Yes, appointment class, which when I open, let me open the appointment class. Okay, which we have the appointment class, and the appointment class literally represents scheduled consultation and associates a patient with a doctor. So you can see over here, when we scroll up, yes, we have the main package itself of the hospital. Now, when we want to schedule an appointment, we have the IDs of the patient, the doctor itself, and the date in which we want to schedule. So this is the code that literally helps us to be able to schedule a patient to a doctor on a particular date. Okay, so that's the appointment class. That's what it does. Now let's go to hospital manager class itself. So the hospital manager class acts as the controller and manager of all the system operations. Understand? It works for or it. This is in this one, in this class, this is where we are able to add a doctor. You can see over here, this is where if you want to add a patient, this is where what we use to add a patient details. It runs at the background, enables us to be able to add the details of the patient. If we want to remove a patient out of the system, this is what we use. If you want to add a doctor, you can see we also have it over here. You add a doctor. If you want to remove a doctor out, this is what we use. So this one generally runs at the background to help us add doctors, remove doctors, and also enables appointment scheduling. Yes, so that is what the hospital manager class really acts for. So it literally acts as a controller and manages all system operations. Now, finally, let's talk about the hospital app class itself. This is the main and contains the methods which handle user interaction through the console menu. So this is what we have over here. So like I said, it contains the main method. This really contains the main method that enables us and handle the user interaction through the console menu. You can see it over here. So before I continue, let's run it. And when I run it, let's check what happens over here. Okay, at the early stages, I already did some adding of patients, doctor, and also scheduling appointments for them. So now let's restart everything. Let me rerun what we have over here. Now I go here, then I rerun the main. So it stops and rerun. Now it's loaded. Now you can see we have nothing over here. So what we are going to do from here is now we are going to start by trying to understand the oriented object, um, the object or sorry, we are going to really understand the oriented object oriented programming principles, how it really works. Now, so now let's do a demonstration over here. We are going to add, first of all, a patient. After adding the patient, you can see the list of 1, 2, 3, and each one of them means something. So first of all, let's add a patient. So I just enter the detail one choice. I chose one. After choosing one, it asks me to enter a patient's details. Okay, so let me say the patient details is 12. Then I added the patient details. Now it says I should add a patient's name. And let me say the patient is called Davis. And I added Davis. What is Davis' age? And I added Davis is 33 years. What was diagnosed? What was worrying Davis when he came to the hospital? Davis is stressed and can't concentrate. He's really disturbed. Okay. Okay, let's continue. Doctors, we have general doctors that handles a lot of things. So first of all, we have to find a doctor for Davis. So now I think we are done with Davis. We've added his details. Let's see if truly we can list and see the patients. Now let's list. Okay, so I just added number 2, and you can see that we have the details of the patient over here. His ID number is 12, the name, the age, and his diagnosis. Now let's add a doctor for the patient. Okay, so that is number 4. So when we press the number 4, now it asks us to add a patient, the doctor's ID number. Let's say the doctor's ID number is 200. Yeah. Now, what's the doctor's name? The doctor is called Dr. Enoch, myself. Yes. Okay, so the doctor is called Dr. Enoch. Now, what is the specialization of this doctor? Okay, the doctor is a general doctor. I don't want to add a psychiatrist. I know stress management is being managed by a psychiatrist. So, but okay, let me see. The doctor has, for demonstration purpose, the doctor is a general doctor. Okay, so now we have now added the doctor. Now let's list the doctor's details. Okay, immediately we have it. You can see that now this is the doctor details, his ID number, the doctor's name, specialization. All right, so now let's try. And now what can we do? Give the patient a doctor in which can take care of the patient. Now, what do we do? Let's add an appointment. We are going to schedule an appointment for the patient. Okay, so we enter schedule appointment. What's the appointment number? Appointment number 25. Okay, so the patient ID. Now, before we see the patient ID, we already listed. So we just go up to see what was the patient's ID to be able to do it. So you can see here the patient's ID was ID number 12. So we go back, patient ID number 12. Then we enter. Now, which doctor are we allocating to? We are allocating the patient to doctor with ID number 200. So the doctor's ID number 200. Now we enter. Now, which date do we want to give this patient the appointment? 2025 December 13th. Okay, so this is what we have. Now let's list the appointment that we give the patient and see if it worked. Okay, so I think this is it. Now this is the appointment. Appointment ID number 25. Patient's name is Davis. The doctor's name is Dr. Enoch. And this is the date for his appointment. So I think we have successfully been able to add a patient, doctor, and have scheduled the appointment for that. Yes, so thank you for watching my video and understanding whatever we've done. Thank you very much. I think I'll end whatever I have today here. Thank you.